This is This Week in Ethereum for the 29th of November 2023. Bottom line up front. KyberSwap has reclaimed 4.6 million in previously drained funds from MEV extractors. 47 million was taken from its concentrated liquidity pools last week. The KyberSwap team negotiated with frontrunners who MEV extracted 4.6 million, convincing them to return 90% of the funds to a specified KyberSwap address on the Polygon network, offering them a 10% bounty, which was 460k as an incentive. Negotiations with the main hacker are ongoing, with a white hat bounty in place. In the most recent developments, the hacker has replied with a statement saying he's being threatened and general unfriendliness from the exec team. They say another post will be made tomorrow at noon UTC unless hostilities continue. A detailed analysis of the KyberSwap exploit reveals its intricate and sophisticated nature, making it one of the most complex smart contract exploits observed. Notably, the exploit is specific to Kyber's implementation of concentrated liquidity, posing no apparent risk to other decentralized exchanges like Uniswap or Ambient. The attack on the wstETH pool involved a series of carefully executed steps, including a flash loan of 10,000 wstETH, strategic swaps to manipulate the price, and specific moves to create a fresh canvas on the concentrated liquidity curve. In this specific case, the attacker minted 3.4 wstETH of liquidity in a concentrated price range. They burned 0.5 wstETH to align numerical calculations, and they executed two swaps leading to an infinite money glitch. The first swap involved selling 1056 wstETH for 0.01 lowering the price of the liquidity range. In the second swap, the exploiter bought 3,911 wstETH for 0.06 ETH, pushing the pool's price back above the liquidity range, completing the exploit and draining the pool. In general crypto news, Xiao Zhangpeng, CZ, steps down from Binance US. Judge orders him to remain in the US. Binance US has announced that ZZ stepped down as chairman of its board of directors last week. Xiao will now transfer his voting rights to a proxy, effectively removing his influence from the firm's governance. This move comes after Xiao pled guilty to violating the Bank Security Act and stepped down as CEO of Binance. Binance US remains fully operational and is led by Norman Reed and its existing management team. In separate developments, a judge has ordered that Xiao must remain in the US ahead of his sentencing in February. The judge made this ruling in response to a motion from the government, which argued that Xiao could pose a flight risk if he was allowed to return to his home in the UAE. Next, in NFTs, Square Enix gives away free NFTs to bonuses to participants in their 3-round pre-sale. Square Enix is offering free NFTs to bidders in their first auction for its upcoming game Symbiogenesis, set to launch on December the 21st. The Ethereum and Polygon NFT game integrates NFTs for its in-game characters, with a 3-stage bidding process starting from yesterday, November the 28th. Participants receive a complimentary NFT and bids over 0.5 ETH, securing additional NFT granting points in the game Symbiogenesis. Additional bonuses include a free NFT for all bidders and another NFT for bids over 0.5 ETH, which provide the extra points in the game. In EIP news, EIP 7563 time capsule encryption via VDF presents a content encryption mechanism with a time-locked decryption using verifiable delay functions. The motivation behind this proposal stems from the current lack of a mechanism for time-bound data confidentiality in Ethereum. So it would improve Ethereum's data handling capabilities for time-sensitive applications such as sealed bidding, time-locked messages, and secure digital inheritance. At the application ecosystem layer, ENS is exploring options to get .eth added to the DNS route. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions. There are currently 3 main options for getting ETH added into the DNS route: getting it added as a country code top-level domain using .ethiopia.eth, getting it added as a GTLD or a general top-level domain, or getting it added as a special purpose TLD like a .arpa. Or .eth. Each option has its own set of challenges and limitations. If .eth were added into the DNS root, it would mean that .eth names would resolve in browsers without individual integrations. However, it is unclear if this would actually be possible given the current governance structure of the DNS root. ENS is continuing to explore options for getting ETH added into the DNS root, but there's no clear timeline to when this might happen. And finally, at the ETH centralization layer, gETH holds an 85% supermajority, could cause a chain split. The Ethereum network faces additional challenges such as a limited client diversity, whereas gETH commands 85% of the execution layer. These factors collectively pose potential risks to the network stability, and currently urging users staking with Lido or hosting gETH nodes to consider alternatives for enhancing decentralization and resilience. This is This Week in Ethereum for the 29th of November, 2023.